So, in this video, I'm going to talk about a very, very real, serious demographic crisis that this country is facing. And most people are not even aware of that. They're thinking that everything is fine. We are sailing in a very, in the right boat, and we are going to have a jolly, comfortable life, and we are going to be very, very secure in our lives and everything, all sorts of positive thoughts. But you need to understand that we are facing a massive, massive, unprecedented demographic crisis, which is because of the historical systems. It's because of the historical systems in place. And that has resulted in unprecedented wealth inequalities, opportunity inequalities, and all sorts of inequalities that you can think of. Now, that is a very serious problem because it's denying millions and millions of people to compete fairly. So, what is, and people are not even aware of that. Are people dumb? ಆರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀರಾ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಟುಡೇ they are in a serious problem when it comes to, I'm going to describe it. What has happened is historical structures have prevented sections of people from rising up altogether. And these people are not even aware that there's a serious impending crisis. There's a very, very big crisis that's out there. You look at the list of billionaires in India, it's being dominated by only few castes or few classes of people, if I may put so. Why is it that there is no incentive for others to go towards entrepreneurship? I blame the Indian parents for their total stupidity and total moralness. They're so dumb that the solution is clear that you need to be entrepreneurial. But still, they are still in that 1990s frame of mind that you have to wait, go to a college, study well, get a job, and then rise. That age is gone. That age was never there. You have to make and aim for higher order things. You have to aspire to become like Bill Gates or Obama or Steve Jobs or that kind of league of people. That's when your life truly gets a fillip, truly gets a head start, truly will accelerate. This kind of rattaka learning and then going to jobs and then doing nothing in life, no one will remember you 1,000 years after you die. People will remember people like uh, Kalam or probably Manmohan Singh or anyone for that matter, but no one will remember you. So it's that the ordinary people are not aspirational. They're too comfortable, they're too cozy, they don't want to try new things, they don't want to fail, they don't want to get up. They're really horrible. This is the reason why this country hasn't grown. It's not that there are special types of cells in the brains of Americans that they gave rise to some Silicon Valley and other things. India people don't try. It is the risk-taking entrepreneurs that created Microsoft or for Apple or any other big company that you can think of. It's not, they would have sat, they would have finished, gone through college, and then taken up a job. Nothing of it would have been available. So this, so much of wealth, so much of employment is all because of the risk-taking attributes of those people. So we have a, uh, and in the present day, People have to be very, very entrepreneurial and think in terms of businesses. And it's there's no age limit as such. It's starting at people at the age of 5, 6 are starting to own businesses. Now again, there is a huge gap. You see, between the so-called upper caste and so-called lower caste. Yet people are not taking measures to rectify that, and they keep blaming everyone else except their stupidity. They keep blaming every Tom, Dick, and Harry except their stupidity in not being able to grasp the changing realities. You know, they think that they're still in 1990s, and this with your smart decisions is going to change the life for you and for your future generation. If you keep acting like dumb asses, I'm sorry to use the word dumb asses. That's what my parents are. Total dumbasses. They don't even know anything. They even if they come to know, they act like dumbasses. It's a serious crisis at hand. You see, those. I'll tell you this. I'll give you an example. Is a Brahmin who's gone through some Ivy League. He would have a good job. His son would be encouraged to go to start a business like with, let's say, at age 10. Now, let's look at a person X. It's my relative who's working in some aerospace company. Now, his kids, though equally smart, because this guy doesn't know that the world has moved so far. Now, he'll be insisting that you have to study this Rataka thing, the textbooks that are there, and then you have to pass that, you have to score high, and then your life is set. Now, by the time this person would have graduated, the other person would have built a 5,000 crore business. You see, I'm not telling people that you give up on your studies completely. Side by side, start doing these things that will give you an edge. No, you have to aspire to become people like Tata and others. You can't be simply saying like, look, historical में होता है तो we have been historically suppressed and therefore we can't. That's not a valid reason. I'm sorry. So the future is for those. Every phase of history will provide opportunities for everyone. How you grab it is important. Now look at my own self. No one told me to create a world record. It's not that I am smarter than the rest of them. There are lakhs of smart people. It's because I had the desire to do so. How you distinguish yourself from others is what is going to give you the edge. It's not how you common uh, like others, like what you do, like along with others. Getting a in the age of Google, these total baseless, stupid exams make no sense. You have all the information. Search engines basically democratized all the information. So there's no point in trying to take part in these rote exams and then clearing it off. I'll tell you this, how you use information to create new industries. Jeff Bezos, the one of the richest persons on this planet, or the richest person in contemporary times. Now he didn't have to. I mean, he had a job. It's a good job in a very prominent investment banking firm. But he quit that to start Amazon. Took a risk. Started selling books through the internet, and he eventually started to sell everything. It became a selling house for every product that's out there. and he is now the richest person there. So that business acumen has to be developed. You see, I see 10-year-old Brahmin kids starting businesses. Our kids are like dumb asses. They are total dumb asses. By the time our kids graduate, that guy would have built a 5,000 crore business. Not that he's smart, he's grabbing opportunities. His parents are focused in getting him through. They're ready to insulate him from all difficulties of life, school, etc. And they're facilitating this path. ಈಗ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗಳ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ they're total useless. So this is a very serious problem. I'm not understanding why the majority of population is not understand. Even after 72 years of independence, we are still being ruled by an oligarchy where only certain people control decisions. See, our people don't even have the ambition to go into power making positions. They are slaves, literally slaves, just like how they have been for 2000 years doing whatever was assigned to them without rebelling. They're literally slaves. This is not the way things should work. In an egalitarian society, this was conceived by the likes of Kuvempu and others, every social, I mean, in every part of the society has to get a representation in every decision making, but that's not the case. You find disproportionately, you find certain groups still ruling over the masses. Why is it that so? Failure to see the technological changes, not at all being business minded, just comfortable being slaves. I can't understand how people like to be slaves. They in India, you see, when I say like it's not that they're enslaving us, it's you want to be slaves because of your mentality. You look at the path. So this has to be changed. Otherwise it's terrible. I mean, that is the exact it's a problem. It's a social problem. It's a socio-demographic economic problem that this great country is facing. And who is going to solve it? It's me, who's already working on it to solve it. And it's just terrible. I mean, you can't expect any sort of understanding. We need to really buck up and see what is happening. You see, today there is something called as a Thiel Fellowship. ಈಗ ಥೀಲ್ ಫೆಲೋಶಿಪ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಒಂದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು 21 years 22 years ಒಳಗಿನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನ್ ಎನಿ ಗುಡ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ನ್ಯೂ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಅವ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಯುಬೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಯುಬೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋನ್ they're going to make uh, they're going to make them give them an amount of around $1 lakh to help build a product or launch a company. You see, that is where your advocate should be aiming, not some stupid pieces of shit. I tell you this. This simply studying some Delhi Sultanate period. How is it relevant? So I'll tell you the story. It's nice. You say like, oh, the people who have dropped out and who are pursuing their ideas are have parents who are rich. That's not the case. It's not. Bill Gates' mom and dad weren't rich. They were having the vision of doing things. You need to succeed in the real world. ನೀನ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 100 ತೆಗ್ದ್ರೆ ಯಾವನು ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ನೀನ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೆಡಲ್ ತೆಗ್ದ್ರೆ ಯಾವನಿಗೆ, ನೀನ್ ಥೀಲ್ ಫೆಲೋಶಿಪ್ ತೆಗಿತೀಯಾ, ನೀನು ಕಂಪನಿ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಮೆಂಟಾಲಿಟಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯೂಸ್ಲೆಸ್ ಫೂಡ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ with their stupid company. So we like being ruled. I am not telling that it's that we are, that awareness is not there, that we are slaves to big corporates. This feeling proud. I got a job in a college campus placement. God, you're not able to create things. You're not able to do things on your own. That's why you're getting employed. That's why you're being slaves. That has to change. So change vigorously. Otherwise, there's nothing. I mean, as usual, the, the same old things will get repeated, and it's gonna. I mean, it's just gonna continue. There is nothing that we can do to stop it. This tendencies, there is absolutely nothing we can do to stop it. If people don't realize that they're being fooled, they've been suppressed, all this while not by taking smart decisions.